You have the cortex, you have the medulla. These are the pyramid of the medulla, and these are the other structure. As I told you before, like other organ, you have renal hilum. That's the entrance and exit of the blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, and also ureter. So this renal hilum as a space, and the space here that includes the different structures, we call this renal sinus. So renal sinus refer to the space. So let's start with the different structures you can see at each part. Let's start with the tip of and alter your actually filtrate. So you can change, you can modify, you can secrete, you can reabsorb, you can change the material of the urine. However, when it's coming out from this, there is no way you can change that. So after the filtrate coming out from renal papilla, we call this urine. The urine going to the minor chalice. You have each lobe of the kidney on parenthesis. Lobe is the pyramid and appropriate cortex above this. They separate from each other by renal column. So each pyramid at the tip you have renal papilla to the minor chalice. Then from minor chalice going to the major chalice. Two or three major chalice in each kidney joined together, you will have your renal pelvis. Renal pelvis is the funnel-shaped structure joined together and collect the urine toward the entrance of the ureter. This is the ureter, not urethra. There is a differences between ureter and urethra. What is the differences? Lining structures and also the location. Ureter carry urine from the kidney toward the urinary bladder, and urethra carry urine from urinary bladder to the outside. Urethra in male is the sharing information, sharing a structure with reproductive system. But you do not share your urethra with the reproductive system, ureter with your reproductive system. Okay, there is a one important sequence you have to know about the blood actually circulation. The blood coming to the kidney by renal artery, then going to the segmental artery. So in different segment you have segmental artery, then going to the interlobar artery. Interlobar artery between the lobes of the kidney. Then you will have acute artery in the border between the cortex and medulla. Then you have renal cortical artery. Renal cortical artery then going out as an afferent arteriole, then glomerulus, either in pretubular capillaries or vasorecta, and finally going to the renal venules, and finally to the renal cortical vein or interlobular vein, to the acute vein, to the interlobar vein. There is no segmental vein for the kidney, and finally you have in your renal vein. Remember, your testes drain the blood in left side to the left renal kidney, and that's the reason your left testicular carcinoma is very easily metastase to the left kidney. Good? Okay. The second part of this model refers to the nephron. As I told you, this is the cortex, this is the medulla. Here are renal corpuscle. You have renal cortical artery. You have glomerulus. You have proximal convoluted tubule, nephron loop, descending, ascending. Then you have juxtaglomerular apparatus, distal convoluted tubule, and collecting duct. Collecting duct are the sharing between the nephrons. 7-8 different nephrons connected to the collecting duct. Simple collecting duct. The tip of the collecting duct, you will have the renal papilla. There's two types of nephrons. We already talked about that. Cortical nephron, 85% of your nephron are cortical nephron, and juxtamedullary nephron, the 15% of your nephron are juxtamedullary nephron. The differences, three major differences. The length of your loop of Henle, vasorecta, and the location of renal corpuscle. Juxtaglomerular nephron. The renal corpuscle are located deep to the